Hey, it's Matt Coffey. I am the CEO of PracticeBloom. I want to take you through the 3 layers of communication that our Profit Engines provides for getting a winning combination for our customers to drive ads, to drive suspects, to prospects, to customers that drive revenue and profits. Our Profit Engines model is based off of those 3 layers that we know bring customers through these funnels successfully time after time. The first layer is our ad layer. And the ad layer is the advertisements that we put out into the carriers, such as Facebook, Google, and Instagram, and others that bring people through to a first line of communication. So we're capturing data, we're capturing phone numbers, email, and so forth to get the people into our sales funnel, which is the most important thing. Whether we're providing them with a direct offer for a cash incentive or a percentage off, or even an informative piece of content that they want for their procedure, service, or what have you, we're driving them back through our Profit Engines system from the very beginning as a new lead. Now, this lead can be in the first stage of their preliminary education, and their patient journey is going to be beginning with how you communicate to them from there on. So that's the first layer, is getting the data into the new lead capture section of our Profit Engines. Now, from there, the magic starts to happen. We'll automatically set up triggers that will Facebook message them, that will email them, SMS, and even voicemail drop back to them. Once that we have the data captured, we can then automate those emotional triggers that create the customer to go to the next step. Now, eventually, you want to take a new lead and bring them into a consultation stage or into a direct appointment calendar. So what we really want to do is make sure that that content is automatically sent to them on a specific set of circumstances. Now, depending on where they are in their journey, they may take action, they may not take action. And the second layer here, beyond the automation, is actual physical communication. Now, physical communication can happen to them from your team, or from a call center, or from yourself, to communicate to them directly right through the Profit Engines platform. You can SMS, you can email them, you can Facebook message them. The goal is to continue the dialogue with them, whether it's automated or manual. The point is once they're a lead and you're communicating to them in one central location, you've got their attention. And you're organizing your leads through the process of becoming a lead that turns to a hot lead, that then turns to a consultation and then an appointment to walk through the doors or for a teleconsultation. Now, the most important thing you have to realize is that the second layer here is the pull through to the final stage. So you must absolutely move them through the system, and that may happen from an automation if they've gone directly from a lead to an appointment, or move them manually if you want to call the hot lead or warm lead, or however you want to put them in your system. We put these things together specific to each customer, but mainly most customers want a lead, a warmer lead, a hot lead, and then an appointment, and then a consultation. And the one thing you have to always realize is that patients, like any other person in the world, they sometimes cancel. They sometimes change their mind. So you also want a no-show sequence. So part of this is also thinking about the journey that will happen for people who don't go, who don't come through the funnel and end up at a revenue point or a profitable engagement with you. The most important thing, though, is the third and final stage, which is the sales stage. The sales stage involves making sure that the person is tied down to the appointment and shows up, or if they're in a not ready sequence, they're pushed back into the funnel so that they start over in their sequencing again. Now, all of this is done with our Profit Engines system in one central area. And that's what I mentioned from the very beginning, that this program is very special, especially for medical practices, because it allows you to generate leads and then automatically flow them through and then communicate with them all the way through. Your patient is really the person who on the other side is just looking for guidance, and they're looking for your help. The best thing to do with anybody who's in that situation is to communicate with them as effectively as possible. And that's why we've built this very, very specific tool. ProfitEngines is built to have that system of communicating with them, whatever modality they're in, from one pane of glass. That means either from your phone or from your laptop, all of the communication is centralized. All of the organization of the customers or people who are interested in your service or patients are in one central dashboard to manage. All the contacts, all the emails, everything is in one central location. So now you don't have to go and look around for those contacts in some other database or cross-reference or whatever you might be doing in the background. Organizing and categorizing patients in the lead flow strategy is what will make your practice better in the long run. Now, we also have reporting, and we also have phone calls and traffic and phone recordings and review processing and reputation management. All those things are included in this program. But the key to remember is those 3 layers of communication. First, your advertisement layer. That's the layer that brings the people through. That's the communication, the offer, the information you're going to provide to your client to get them started. 2 is that mid layer where you're communicating them through the process. You're taking them from a suspect to a prospect. Now they're in your system. Now you're communicating with them either automatically or manually. And then you're in your 3rd and final phase, which is the sales phase, which is you're tying them down to an appointment, either automatically being brought to them from a calendar-specific event that happens through the flow of the automations, or you're taking them manually through to either a phone appointment via telemedicine or teleconsultation, or to a direct appointment in the office. All of those happen through ProfitEngines, you, your team, and us helping you processing today's new way of marketing to the world that we live in, which is this gigantic element of trying to make it easy for your patient to make decisions and get started with your practice.